A full-blown Hollywood shutdown could take effect as soon as midnight if major studios fail to make a deal with the Screen Actors Guild, putting more pressure on the industry as the writer's strike rounds out its second month. For more on the impact to the media industry, let's bring in Julia Boorstin. Julia.
Well, Melissa, that's right. The Screen Actors Guild contract with the Alliance of the Movie Studios expires at midnight, with actors pushing for higher wages and higher compensation for streaming, plus protections around artificial intelligence, fairly similar to the demands of the writers who are now on strike. Now, sources tell me that the studios and the actors might negotiate an extension so the actors can keep working while the negotiations are underway. Now, that's what happened in two of the last times that the Guild's contract expired. It's also very possible that SAG won't strike. Despite them having strike authorization, the Guild has not had a strike since the year 2000. But tensions are indeed high after 2 months of a writer's strike in which all new productions have been halted, and an actor strike would halt all remaining production currently underway. Now, all of the studios are being impacted by the writer's strike, and they would all be impacted by an actor's strike. Netflix, though, may be better positioned than most because it has so much production overseas, where, of course, actors and writers are not members of these U.S.-based guilds. Now, all of this, though, comes as Disney opens its Indiana Jones sequel at the box office this weekend. The Thursday box office opening numbers was better than anticipated, but the pressure is on for Disney to deliver a big hit after a number of film disappointments. Now, the summer box office is worth noting, though up slightly from last year, is down nearly 15% from 2019 levels. Melissa?
Julia, just quickly, when do we begin to see that dearth of content because of the writer's strike and potentially an actor's strike?
You know, what's interesting is we're already seeing it in terms of the late night shows, and there is actually a connection between that and what's happening at the box office. There's some speculation that the fact that the late night shows are on hiatus because the writers are on strike means that the actors are not out there promoting their films as much. So maybe if people saw movie stars out there talking up their films, they'd be more eager to rush to the box office and to see those movies. So we're already seeing an impact now. The real question is how much it starts to impact the fall TV season.
Right.
I've been hearing from a lot of sources, there's sort of a consensus that the writer's strike will be over by the end of the summer, by the end of August. I think if it drags out longer than that, then we could start to see it really having broad impact, not just on TV, but also on film.
Julia, thank you. Julia Boorstin. So, Tim, Netflix still wins. It's still the winner out of this.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it sounds like more Brady Bunch and F Troop reruns, and therefore I think Netflix does win. And I think Netflix wins because it's proven that they also have been cutting costs and generating more free cash flow. And that's something that, after a lot of investment into both their technology and their content, is something investors were waiting for. And so obviously it's been about the ad tier, et cetera. But this is one of those first half winners. I think you let it run a little bit.